Hello and welcome back to the Robotic Enterprise Framework training. Now that we know a bit more about the business process that we're addressing, it's time to investigate the automation that we've built for it using the REFramework template. In this video, we'll learn about the overall organization of the template by checking the main workflow. It's important to note that out of the box, the template is set up as a consumer from the producer-consumer model. As it is meant to be the starting point for any automation project, the template can be configured in many ways, and we'll learn about them later. However, in this example, we're working with a standard consumer implementation with queue items. Since the REFramework template is designed for complex, continuous processes, and it contains multiple mechanisms and decision points, the layout used in Main.xaml is state machine. Let's check out the states, their roles, and the transitions between them. The template includes 4 states: initialization, get transaction data, process transaction, and end process. First, we have the initialization state. Here, the robot reads the configuration file and initializes the applications used in the process. In our example, this is where the start information would be retrieved. UI demo would be launched and then logged into. This state also plays a role in the retry mechanism, but we'll learn about that in a moment. If this step is completed successfully, the robot will move to the get transaction data state. If a system exception is encountered in the initialization state, the next state that is executed is the final state, end process. This means that the execution terminates and the issue should be addressed before running the automation again. The get transaction data state retrieves one by one the transaction items containing the data to be processed. In this project, this is where our process retrieves the queue items which contain the cache-in, on-us check, and not-on-us check values. In this state, we have 2 possibilities. One is that a new transaction item is retrieved, so the robot executes the process transaction state next. The other is that all transactions are processed and no more data is available. In this case, the process goes to the end process state and stops. After successfully retrieving a new transaction, the process transaction state performs all needed operations with the data. In our case, it enters the values in the UI demo fields and clicks accept. There are 3 possible outcomes related to this state. If no exception is encountered, the outcome is success, and the automation loops back to the get transaction data state. Then the next transaction item is retrieved. The queue item status is set to successful. If a business rule exception occurs, we need to perform a few specific actions, and afterwards, the execution loops back to the get transaction data state. Note that no automated recovery is performed when business rule exceptions are encountered, as they typically need to be addressed by a human user. The queue item status is set to failed with the type business. A system exception triggers the execution of a necessary set of steps to recover from the error. Therefore, all applications are closed and the execution loops back to the initialization state to restart them. The queue item status is set to retried, and a new item with the same data is added to the queue with the status new. Supposing only one retry is available, after the robot finishes retrying the new item, its status changes to failed or successful, according to the processing result. With this, we conclude our overview of the states and transitions included in the REFramework template. We hope this video helped shed some light on how it's organized and on some of the benefits of using it. In the next video, we'll dive into the initialization state. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.